Welcome to Spoken English TV. Are you ready to speak English with confidence? Make sure to watch this video till the end. And if you find it helpful, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow along with all the videos for the next 3 months, and you'll notice a remarkable improvement in your English skills. Now, let's get started.
Hey Ananya, have you noticed how much excitement builds up during festival seasons in India? It's like the entire country comes alive.
Oh, absolutely. Festivals are such a huge part of our culture. No matter where you are, you can feel the buzz in the air. It's amazing how festivals bring so many different people, families, and communities together. It's not just the decorations and food, it's the whole atmosphere.
Exactly, like during Diwali, the streets are lit up with colorful lights, and you see everyone putting up rangolis outside their homes. It's almost like the entire city is glowing. What do you usually do for Diwali?
Well, we have a lot of traditions at home. My family starts by cleaning the house, which is like a symbol of removing all the negativity and welcoming positivity. Then we decorate with lights, diyas, and of course, rangolis. It's almost like we're preparing our home to receive Goddess Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth. We also perform a small puja and offer sweets to her, asking for prosperity in the coming year. What about you?
Same. We also do the cleaning and the decorating, though my mom is the one who's really particular about the rangoli designs. She says it brings good energy into the house. As for the puja, we focus a lot on worshipping Lakshmi, Ganesha, and sometimes even Kuber, the god of wealth. The whole family comes together for it, and of course, there's the special Diwali dinner. But do you do anything special with friends during Diwali?
Oh, yes, we have a big celebration with our friends too. We have a small get together at our place where we play card games like Teen Patty and exchange gifts. But the best part is definitely the sweets. My mom makes ladoos and barfis, and we eat them throughout the day. But I also love going to see the firecrackers in the evening, though we try to limit them. What about you?
Yeah, I remember when I was younger, we used to have a huge firecracker celebration. But these days we avoid it because of the pollution, which is sad because the fireworks were always so beautiful. Instead, we focus on the family time and the Puran Poli my grandmother makes. It's my absolute favorite Diwali dish. Have you ever tried it?
Puran Poli? Yes, my grandmother makes it too, though she adds a special twist to it with ghee. It's so delicious, right? I think food plays such a major part in Diwali. It's the one time of year when we can indulge in all these traditional sweets and snacks without feeling guilty.
Ha ha, true. But you know, the food during Diwali also has deeper meanings, doesn't it? The sweets we make represent sweetness in life and prosperity, while the lights represent hope and the victory of light over darkness. It's amazing how much symbolism is packed into the celebration.
Absolutely. And did you know that the reason we clean and redecorate our homes is because it symbolizes purifying ourselves, our homes, and our lives to make space for the new year? It's like a spiritual cleansing. That's also why we wear new clothes to mark a fresh beginning. It's such a positive way to look at life, don't you think?
I never thought of it that way, but that makes a lot of sense. I guess it's a nice way to reflect on the past and make sure we're ready for the future. But Ananya, have you ever celebrated Holi? That's another festival I'm really fond of.
Oh, Holi is one of my favorites. There's so much energy around it. I love how people just let go and have fun with the colors. Do you remember last year when we played Holi together? The colors got everywhere and we couldn't even recognize each other by the end of it.
Ha ha ha, yes. I don't think I've ever had so much fun in one day. But you know, Holi is more than just a color fight. It has a deep story behind it too. It celebrates the victory of good over evil, the story of Prahlad and Holika. It's a time when we celebrate faith, devotion, and the power of truth. It's a reminder that no matter how difficult things get, good will always triumph in the end.
Yes, I love that aspect of Holi. It's like a festival that's so full of joy and color, yet it has such a meaningful foundation. And did you know that in some places, Holi also marks the arrival of spring? It's like we're celebrating the rejuvenation of nature as well as human relationships. In fact, in Vrindavan, where Lord Krishna is said to have celebrated Holi with his friends, the festival is celebrated with so much devotion. Have you been there during Holi?
Not yet, but it's definitely on my list. The way they celebrate Holi there is legendary. I've heard people sing devotional songs and dance with such energy that it feels like time stops. It must be quite a sight. But Holi isn't just about the religious or spiritual significance, it's also about how people come together, forget all their differences, and just enjoy the moment.
Yes, that's what makes it so special. It's a festival that transcends boundaries. It doesn't matter what religion or community you belong to. Everyone comes together to celebrate. I think that's what makes Indian festivals so unique. They blend joy with spiritual significance and unity with diversity.
Exactly, that's why I love celebrating them. Every festival has a unique flavor to it. Take Navratri for example, people fast, pray, and then come together to perform Garba and Dandiya. There's such a positive energy during those days, don't you think?
Yes, absolutely. Navratri is a beautiful festival. It's dedicated to worshipping goddess Durga and her various forms. We fast, pray, and seek blessings for strength and purity. But I think what's so special about it is the dance, Garba and Dandiya. The dances are so joyful and they bring people together in a way that's so uplifting. Have you ever been to a big Garba event?
I have. Last year I went with my cousins and it was amazing. The energy was infectious. People of all ages were dancing together and there was such a feeling of community. Everyone was just so happy, celebrating together. It's like the dances are a way to express the joy and excitement of the festival, don't you think?
Absolutely. I think the whole point of Navratri is to honor the divine feminine energy, which is believed to be the source of strength and power. And it's not just about the physical dance, but about finding inner strength too. When we participate in Garba, it's almost like we're celebrating our own inner energy, our own connection with the divine.
That's such a beautiful way of looking at it. And the food during Navratri is different too, right? Like people eat sabudana khichdi and singhara during fasting. The ingredients used during these festivals are also symbolic.
Yes, the food is light and clean, meant to purify both the body and mind. We also make kutuka atta pancakes. I remember as a kid, I'd always look forward to those special foods. And now I understand they have a deeper significance than just being tasty treats.
That's the beauty of Indian festivals. The food, the rituals, the prayers, they all have meanings beyond what we see. Every detail is thought out to bring us closer to nature, to our traditions, and to the divine. But there's also Ganesh Chaturthi, which is another festival I look forward to.
Ganesh Chaturthi is such a wonderful festival. It's all about celebrating Lord Ganesha, the remover of obstacles. We bring home idols of Ganesha, perform a puja, and offer sweets like modaks. And then on the last day, the immersion process, the Visarjan, is always so emotional. It feels like a farewell to a beloved guest.
Yes, I love the whole process bringing Ganesha home, offering prayers, and then immersing the idol in water. But the grand celebrations in Mumbai are out of this world. The Lal Bagcha Raja idol is so huge, and the crowd is just enormous. It's like a sea of people chanting together. Have you been to Mumbai during Ganesh Chaturthi?
Yes, I went last year and it was such an unforgettable experience. The energy there is electric. People from all over the country come to Mumbai to pay their respects. It's also incredible how much artistry